Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
From North Arena in Huntington, Indiana, welcome to Game 3 of the Holiday Hoops Tournament, featuring the 4-5 Norwell Knights taking on the 4-7 Whitko Wildcats. Good morning, friends. Once again, this is Derek Decker alongside my good friend and partner Jacob Collins for the second consecutive day, and we're looking forward to bringing you two more games of Holiday Hoops Tournament action. Norwell lost both by a considerable margin yesterday by 20 and 27 points to Cecina and Hamilton Southeastern, respectively. Two very, very good teams from the Indianapolis area. Just a bad draw, and that's just unfortunate part of it. I thought Norwell had some positive points in the first game and really did not come to play. They came out very flat in the second game. Whitko, a similar situation, albeit against two Fort Wayne area teams in Huntington and Leo. Both very competitive, very good teams. By the way, Huntington avenging their earlier loss against Leo last night's game after trailing at halftime. So those two teams split. So Huntington goes to the winner's bracket. Leo goes to the consolation bracket. Norwell in the bronze bracket here this morning, playing the 3 seed in Whitko. Both teams lost both yesterday. Whitko losing 63-33 in the first contest against Huntington, 58-46 to Leo in the afternoon game. Harrell this morning picks Norwell by a favorite of 55-47. So he's expecting an 8-point Norwell victory. These two teams fairly evenly matched. They match up well with each other. Whitko shoots it a little bit better from the field as far as from distance. They shoot about 32%, which is about average for teams. Norwell, though, just shoots at 28%. Didn't shoot it well at all yesterday, and actually the majority of the threes came from JV players. Today there has been a change in the starting lineup. It'll be Drew Fetterspiel starting for Kyle Henshin. Coach McBride talked to him before the game, said he doesn't want to start three bigs, and I can understand it against a team like Whitko. This Wildcats team led by River West, the 6'3 senior. He averages 20 points, 7 boards a game. Didn't have a great day yesterday. We got a chance to watch both of Whitko's games, or at least I did. And in game number 1, he was really shut down. Huntington shot it very well in the first half, and they pulled away pretty early in that contest. And then in the second game, they hung around Leo for a lot longer than they probably should have. They played a lot better in that second game, forced Leo into some difficult shots. So this Whitko team has some potential. They have lost now a number of games in a row. They have not won since December 15th, so they have lost 4 in a row. Their 2 losses before the tournament came to East Noble and Warsaw, both on the road. They are in the midst of an 11-game consecutive streak away from home. They won't play at home again until January the 27th, almost a month and a half between home games. Now, 4 of these games are at neutral sites, but the rest of them are true road games, and that's just a very difficult stretch to put your guys in. And the numbers really prove that. They are 4-1 at home and 0-6 away from home. 0-4 on the road, 0-2 at neutral site games. We've got about 3 minutes until the tip. And Jacob, today, Whitko does a better job of taking care of the ball than Norwell. The Knights struggled yesterday, turned it over 23 and 18 times in both their games. Again, different defense, completely different pace than what today's game will be. You don't anticipate a lot of points. I think 55-47 might even be too high in a game like this. Both of these teams are kind of tired. I think really, in my mind, because these two teams are pretty evenly matched, Norwell with maybe a slight edge, the team that comes out with more energy is probably going to win today's game.
Yeah, like you said, both teams are going to be a little tired, so I would expect a lot of half-court offenses. I would expect them both to come out and play a slower style of pace. And I think really it's going to come down to who handles the ball better in the half-court, who has the less turnovers. Whoever has the least amount of turnovers today, I think, is going to fare very well.
Yeah, and I agree with you, because turning the ball over is key, and what that does in a half-court game is it allows a team to get out in transition, where Norwell's pretty good. Norwell's pretty good at scoring in transition. When they do have it, they like to push it. They don't like to pull it out. So that's the only time you're going to see teams really push the pace as far as Norwell not set up a half-court set. So it'll be interesting to see. We have a very light crowd on hand this morning. I mean, you could almost count the number of fans. It's probably in the 20s here, and they have filled in the last couple of minutes. When both teams took the floor, there were, I kid you not, 4 people in the stands. So it's a Friday game. It's 10 a.m. Again, Norwell with a pretty quick turnaround after playing at 10 a.m. again yesterday. So a difficult start for the Knights, but they're playing in Game 3 of this tournament. About a minute and a half till tip. We'll take a quick timeout and return with the balance of the Billy Ann's Supper Pub pregame show. Thank you for joining us this morning. This is Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us. Each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
And welcome back to Bob Strait Court inside North Arena. We're just a moment away from the starting lineups. Actually going to get underway a minute or two early here this morning, and that's not a bad thing at all. The winner, actually the result of this game depends on the next opponent. So the winner will play the winner of Lighthouse and Belmont, and the loser will play the loser of that game. Here comes the starting lineups from the public address announcer.
Number 3, Levi Leiden. Number 5, Will Geiger. Number 14, Drew Fettersfield. Number 22, Connor Torson. And number 14, Brandon Nicholson. The coach of the Knights is Mike McBride. Now, the team will be lights on the end scoreboard. In the home lights, the Whitko Wildcats. Number 2, Brendan Sickerfoos. Number 15, Kate Bechtold. Number 24, River West. Number 13, Brian Collins. And number 33, Spencer Stroh.
Those starters once again for Norwell. It's Leidig, Geiger, Torson, Nicholson, and Fetterspiel in his first varsity start. For head coach Mike McBride, he's in his second year with a record of 18-16, 137-162 overall. For Whitko, it's Zickafoos, Bechtold, West, Collins, and Schrauf. For head coach Eli Henson, who's in his second year at Whitko with a record of 18-14 in his seventh year overall. 5 years at North White prior to this. And we are underway. The tip is won by Whitko. It's controlled by Cade Bechtold for the Wildcats after the tip was won by Spencer Schrauf. Whitko in their home whites with royal blue trim, also a little bit of red around the collar. For Norwell, they're in their road navy blue and gold trim, gold numbers as well, and they force a turnover on their first defensive possession of the day. In the front court now, it's Drew Fetterspiel looking low to Brandon Nicholson, and he walked with it, took an extra step. So both teams trade turnovers on their first possessions of the morning. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get your feet under you in the first contest of the day, especially coming in the morning on a Friday. And they work it to River West. West shoots it very well from the three-point line. That's what Coach Mike McBride wanted to shut down. There's a long ball launched by River West. He couldn't get it to go, and the rebound pulled out of there by Will Geiger from Norwell. And the Knights trying to push the pace, seeing what they can get. Torson probing the defense and gives it off to Will Geiger now. They look low again to Nicholson. This time he missed the shot, partially blocked. Right there is Will Geiger, though, for the rebound, and he's fouled on the putback. He'll go to the line for 2. Cade Bechtold picks up the personal. And 2 shots coming for Will. And the first one is good. Will Geiger has not missed a free throw in this tournament. It's worth noting because he had shot at 58% on the season coming in. He shot a number of times yesterday. And takes a long look, and this is not going to count. So it's not going to count as a miss. I think Federspiel was in the lane early, so it's not going to count for anything. So Norwell gets the 1-0 lead, and now they're going to apply a backcourt trap, see what they can do, and try to speed up Whitko. They break it pretty easily. Spencer Srauf gets it off to Cade Bechtold, and now they work it around the perimeter. In the corner, that's Brian Collins, not afraid to shoot it from 3. He shot it a number of times yesterday, but just 17% from distance on the season. Spencer Srauf on the give and go from River West, and Whitko has the lead. 2-1, Wildcats lead it, a minute and a half into the contest. First game of the second day of the Holiday Hoops tournament, and Federspiel is going to travel with it for Norwell's second turnover, and he's going to be subbed in for by Landon Geiger. So not a good start for Drew, and he'll spend some time on the bench. And Whitko will have the basketball back as 3 turnovers here in the early going between the two teams. A couple of travels on Norwell and a live ball turnover from Whitko. Glad you could join us this morning. It's not quite as cold. We're in double digits in the positive number this morning, but still not all that warm. Geiger nearly picked it away from the freshman Brett Zickafoos, and a jump ball is called, so that will result in a turnover as the alternating possession favors Norwell. So Will Geiger, a little bit of a mismatch on the 6-foot freshman Brett Zickafoos. He can shoot it too, and we talked about it, just between games yesterday. He really can fill it up from deep. Shoots at 46% from the three-point line. Brandon Nicholson, top of the key, bounces high post to Will Geiger. He puts it on the floor, attacks the rim, and he's blocked, but a foul is called as Cade Bechtold came down on his arm. And Bechtold's going to pick up his second. So Will Geiger back to the line for 2 more. He did miss the one that Federspiel was in the lane early on, but it doesn't count as a miss. This one's good. One more coming here as checking in is Devin Blaine for Whitko. Replaces Bechtold as Geiger gets 1 of 2. And back we go the other way, and we're deadlocked at 2 early on. It's Brian Collins with it. That's a deep 3 from River West, and he fills it up. River West now 1 of 2 from distance. That was just a step inside the volleyball line, and it's 5-2 Whitko. In the corner it goes now to Landon Geiger. Now Will Geiger has it, and they work it around the perimeter. Get it to Nicholson again. He's got a couple of touches here in the early going, looking to do something with it. Attacks the rim, and he's fouled again. And Norwell continues to pound it inside, attack the basket. They're just going to have to shoot free throws well, but I really like the game plan so far for Norwell.
Yeah, if they can get the 2 big guys, Will Geiger and Brandon Nicholson, in rhythm here early, It's going to be really hard for the Wildcats to stop them.
Nicholson to the line, and the first one is good. Brandon, just a 56% shooter on the season. But really, they're not doing anything to deny the interior post pass. They're just trying to deny him at the rim. Nicholson gets both, and it's 5-4. 5:13 left in the opening quarter, and that's a reach foul on Will Geiger. That's not one you want to pick up if you're Will, especially in that situation. But he does. It's his first. It's just the team's first as well. They're still in that backcourt trap, as they're really trying to force Whitko to speed it up. That was a good middle pass to Srope, and now they take it baseline. Oh, my goodness. That's a light foul called on Connor Torson. Already this game has been called a lot differently than all the games that we watched yesterday. Not many fouls called at all. That's on Torson. That was called before there was even any contact. On the right wing, Collins works with it. River West being guarded by Will Geiger. I think that's an interesting matchup. Collins from distance, no good, and the rebound pulled out of there by Will Geiger for Norwell. 4:42 left in the first quarter. Levi Leidig handles it right wing, and he threw it over the top to Geiger, but it never got to him as it was well too far. It's a turnover. River West came up with the ball. They nearly turn it over. Srofe for three, and he hits. Spencer Srofe shoots it just 28% on the season, but he's got 5, and it's an 8-4 Whitko lead. So Whitko shooting 50% from outside, 2 for 4. River West taking 2 of them. Collins with a miss, and Srofe now 1 for 1. And there's another Norwell turnover. They've got to do a better job taking care of the ball. That was a concern yesterday. Collins missed it in transition, and then River West goes over the back on the rebound.
The foul is on Whitko's number 24, River West.
And if you're Norwell, that's the guy you want to get in foul trouble. That's the 4th on the team here. And that's... Okay, that's the second called on River West. I thought the first one had been called on Devin Blaine, so apparently that's number 2, at least according to the scoreboard. So that's actually a pretty big turn of events there as we're halfway through the first quarter. It's an 8-4 Whitko lead. Leidig's got it. Nicholson calling for the ball, but he's not open, and a travel is called. And Leidig turns it over. It's the 5th Norwell turnover. The Knights have only taken 1 field goal attempt. The other 2 came on fouls, so those are not official field goal attempts. And Eli Riley's going to check into the game for the first time as Leidig goes to the bench. The Knights just cannot afford, and they've all been pretty careless mistakes so far. River West will saunter across the timeline for the Wildcats, finally into the front court, and now it's off to the freshman Brett Zickafoos. He's been denied, and Eli Riley comes up with a steal, and he gives it right back. And Srofe hits the jumper from 12. Srofe has 7 in the first quarter, and it's a 6-point Whitko lead. Knights still trying to get their feet under him. They've got 6 turnovers in the quarter. Connor Torson gets it off to Kyle Henshin, who checked in at the last timeout, at the last dead ball, I should say. Geiger puts it on the floor, and a late travel is called, and that's the 7th Norwell turnover. Boy, the travels have been called galore in this tournament. And the Knights are struggling here in the first quarter. Brian Collins is going to check back in here as Brett Zickafoos will get a rest. Collins works near the volleyball line, and now it's River West being guarded by Eli Riley. I'm not sure that's the matchup Norwell wants either. They're playing a switching man, and Geiger's on Collins. That's an interesting strategy. River West takes it into the lane, penetrates, goes high over the defense and scores, and it's 12-4. River West with 5, and this thing already starting to get away from Norwell. 8-point hole in the first quarter. They continue to dig big holes. Cecina got off to a 9-0 start. Hamilton Southeastern got off to a 21-0 start yesterday. So the Knights need to find a way to come out hot in the first quarter. Just too many mistakes. Torson, good defensive possession so far for Whitko. They left Henshin open, but he won't shoot it from out there. Riley might pull it. Instead decides to get it to Torson. He drives under the basket, tries the reverse layup. It's no good. And the rebound pulled out of there by Devin Blaine for Whitko. It's a good idea, but difficult shot. Whitko can extend the lead. River West on the dribble between the legs, kicks it out. Brian Collins. And West will pull another 3. This one's no good. That was a difficult shot as well. And Brandon has the rebound from Norwell. So West definitely not afraid to shoot it from anywhere on the floor, whether it's in rhythm or not. Geiger took a couple of 3s yesterday, about the same spot, but didn't take that one. Riley was closed out on pretty quick that time. Nicholson tried to dump it to Geiger. Nice catch, up and under, and draws the foul on Spencer Srofe. That's a nice possession as it was almost knocked away, but again, a good find. Nicholson to Geiger as the 2 big men work together in tandem. Will shoot 2 more, trying to get the Knights back on the board. They haven't scored in quite some time. We're down to 1:17 left in the opening quarter. Will 2 of 3 from the line today, and this one rims no good. Drew Fetterspiel and Levi Leidig will check back in for Norwell. Zickafoos in for Whitko. Riley and Henson to the bench for the Knights. And out is Shad Ebbinghaus, who was only in for a moment for Whitko. Geiger, the sophomore, averages 20 and 9 a game. Gets 1 of 2 from the line, and it's 12-5. All 3 of his points have been from the stripe. A 7-point deficit for the Knights. In the corner, Brian Collins for the Wildcats tries to penetrate, gets into the lane, and almost a turnover created, and now it is. As Geiger came up with a loose ball for the Knights, he'll bring it across the timeline and travel with it. Got it back. No call. Out to Torsen for a 3-try, and it's short. Geiger gets the rebound. Fighting for it. He's got the defense draped all over him. Fetterspiel for 3, and this one's good. Drew Fetterspiel for a triple cuts the lead to 4.
What a hustle play by Will Geiger right there to get that rebound, Derek.
Yeah, I think he probably got away with the travel. On the other end, Zickafoos, though, answers the phone with a 3. Brett Zickafoos, you can't let the freshman heat up. It's 15-8. 30 seconds left, first quarter. Connor Torsen handles it for Norwell. They're trying again. They just want to pound it inside. That's Norwell's offensive mantra all year long and will continue to be until they can prove they can shoot it from outside. I think Fetterspiel maybe could be that guy, but right now he's just kind of a 6th or 7th man off the bench. Today getting the starting nod for Henson. 6 seconds left in the quarter. Geiger lost it. 4 seconds, and they almost turn it over. 2 seconds. Torsen has to hoist it, and it almost went in, but it comes up short off the front iron. That's the end of the first quarter. Not a lot of stoppages, but we're through one at the Holiday Hoops Tournament. The score reads Whitko 15, Norwell 8. Back in a minute. This is Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Welcome back to Bob Strait Court inside North Arena in Huntington. Holiday Hoops Tournament Game 3. Whitko leading Norwell 15-8 after the first quarter of play. The Knights turned it over 7 times in the first quarter, and turnovers will kill you. Whitko turned it over 4 times, and really for both teams, I thought Whitko did a much better job taking care of the ball. The difference was Norwell was creating the turnovers on defense, but just making careless mistakes on offense. The Wildcats come out of the quarter break with the basketball, and they promptly turn it over. Brian Collins was looking for Cade Bechtold in the corner and just threw it away right to the sideline in front of Norwell's bench. And Will Geiger will inbound, but not before Shad Ebbinghaus will check in late to the scorer's table. Collins will exit after the turnover. Shad Ebbinghaus does not get a ton of playing time, averages 2 points and 2 boards a game. Doesn't take a lot of shots. Nicholson gets it on the post, drives, missed the shot, got his own board, put it back up, missed it again, and Spencer Strofe pulls down the rebound. Got to finish. Knights just have to finish inside just about every time. They got 2 good looks at it that time. I think Nicholson is better than Strofe, or at least can be. Nice shot fake, and then another foul is called on Connor Torsen. That's just, both of those fouls have been with very light contact. It's been called much tighter here than both games yesterday. And almost a 5-second count, and they turn it over anyway. Not a good pass from Zickafoos. Leidig has had difficulty handling the basketball in both days of this tournament. He continues to. Nicholson catches top of the key. Brandon puts it on the floor, looking to drive, spin move in the lane, gets the foul. That's a real nice move, and they continue to do it. I think this one's going to go on Zickafoos, and not Strofe. It is on Strofe, so that's number 2 on Spencer. That's a big foul as Norwell continues to get the big guys in foul trouble for Whitko. Brandon shooting 2. 2 for 2 his last time to the line. It's where his only 2 points are from, and this one is good. Back into the game for Whitko is Brian Collins, checking out as Bechtold, and Ethan Todd's going to see his first playing time of the day as Connor Torson will get a rest. Brandon is good as that one rattles home, and it's 4 points for Nicholson. It's 15-10 as the Knights slowly try to close the gap. Into the front court, it's Brian Collins catching in the corner. The Knights are going to trap the defense, and they create another turnover. Federspiel comes up with the loose ball. Steal credited to Levi Leidig. The team's now even at 7 turnovers apiece. Leidig takes it right to the rim, missed. Rebound put back, no good. Nicholson missed again. Geiger's got it, and a foul called on Whitko. Well, that was a little bit of an out-of-control scramble, and the foul is called on River West. Look who it is, and that is number 3. A huge piece is going to come out of the game for the rest of the half with 6:45 to go, I assume, but he stayed in the game the entire time with 2 fouls as well. And Geiger will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. 3 of 4 on the day. And Will gets the front end and earns the bonus. Here comes a sub. Take that back. We're going to have a timeout called by Whitko first. So we've got full timeout on the floor. It's Whitko 15, Norwell 11, 6:45 left in the opening half. This is Norwell basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
Welcome back to Bob's Great Court inside North Arena in Huntington. Holiday Hoops Tournament Game 3. Whitko leads Norwell 15-11 with 6:45 left in the second quarter. Will Geiger going to the line for one more after he got the front end of the bonus. This is after the Whitko timeout. Norwell has made just one field goal, and it was a Federspiel bucket. But the Knights are now 9 for 10 from the line in the first half. That's a very good clip, and that's why they're in the game, 15-12. River West out of the game for the rest of the half with 3 personals, and they're attacking Zikafus, and now a foul is going to be called. Too much contact, but they had him trapped, so a really nice idea there, but too much contact from Federspiel, and Drew's going to pick up his first. It's just the team's 4th. The Knights are in the bonus after 7 Whitko team fouls. Behind the back goes Brian Collins, and the move into the lane. Nice dish to Shad Ebbinghaus, who missed the little shot from 8 feet. And the rebound is pulled down by Nicholson. He has rebounded very well in this tournament. Interior post pass. It was poked away. It was last touched. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I think that was last touched by Shad Ebbinghaus, was it not? And Jeff Lytle thinks differently. But that looked to be right off of Ebbinghaus. Instead, it's a Norwell turnover. It's the first turnover they've had in quite some time, though. Still the 8th of the half with 6:06 to play. Collins into the lane, and that was pretty easy as he was just kind of went one-on-one, a little isolation play. Collins has his first bucket, and it's 17-12. First Wildcat score in a while. Leidig in the front court, outlets to Riley for a 3 try. This one's off the front iron, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Collins, and he'll try to go to the rim, and he lost it. So, back they come the other way. Levi, and he travels again. You've just got to be more careful with the basketball. You just can't turn it over that many times. And Norwell's usually a team that does a good job of that. They've just not done a good job here over the last couple of days. So they turn it over again, and another wasted opportunity by the Knights. It'll be Brian Collins with it for the Wildcats. Whitko again coming in at 4 and 7. Oh, Ebbinghaus is going to launch a three and hit it. Shad Ebbinghaus gets his 5th point of the season. And, boy, that is a big three for Shad, and it's 20-12. All of a sudden, it's back up to 8. Federspiel having trouble. Riley looking to get it into Geiger. There's the post pass, and he missed the bunny, and the rebound pulled down by Devin Blaine for Whitko. First field goal missed by Will Geiger here today. Srof pulls up from 15, not a good look, and Leidig has the rebound. He's trapped in the corner, and he gets out of it. Geiger the other way. Spin move, he missed it again, and the Knights just continue to miss shots. Pace is not good right now for Norwell. They've got to control it a little bit, get into half-court set, and start to control the tempo. The problem is they trail by 8. Brian Collins pushed off, got away with it, and misses the shot. Fade away from the short corner, but he got the rebound, was Devin Blaine. Collins has not shot it well from the field. 1 for 5. They go to Srof, trying to work on Nicholson. Wild shot doesn't go. How is he getting rebounds? He still isn't being boxed out. He missed it. And now it's going to stay with Whitko as the rebound went off of Norwell. They just can't get a rebound. How many chances is Whitko going to get? And I have no idea. This is going to be a timeout used by Whitko. This is a 30. I have no idea how Devin Blaine is getting all the rebounds he is. We'll keep it here as it's a 30, and we'll let you know that be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement, Bluffton Roofing owner James Worth will suggest the proper course of action that is best for your home. Bluffton Roofing, quality first home improvement. Call them at 260-307-6313. Also, eyes are important indicators of overall health, and comprehensive eye care goes beyond a prescription for glasses or contact lenses. To look and feel your best, visit Bluffton Family Eye Care at 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call them at 824-3424 or visit them online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com. 3:57 left here in the second quarter. Whitko leads Norwell 20-12, and the Wildcats have just played much better than Norwell. Landon Geiger's going to check in coming out of this timeout. The Knights have just not been able to get a rebound. They've turned it over 9 times and haven't been able to finish much around the rim. They've have 1 basket in the first half. It's hard to win a basketball game when you got 1 bucket in the first half through 12 minutes. Zickafoose handles it between the circles for Whitko. And now Brian Collins has it. Brian on the dribble. A little driving kick as Zickafoose pulls a 3, and this one's short, and the rebound pulled down by Will Geiger for Norwell. It's a good shot to force, as it appeared to be not a good shot selection by Brett Zickafoose. Geiger has it now. They get it high post, back cut. Here's Federspiel. Now Brandon trying to penetrate. Will for 3, and it's rimmed no good. That's not the shot you want to get. Will Geiger still has not made a 3 on the season. He's 0 for 5 now. Spencer Srof into the lane. Throws it up. Missed it. Rebound is cleared by Will Geiger for Norwell. Srof is forcing things now. Norwell's doing a much better job on defense, but they still can't score. And a reach foul. That's kind of a silly foul by Brian Collins. It's his first. It'll send Connor Torson to the line for 1-and-1. Torson not a good free throw shooter. Just 44% on the year. And he'll shoot the 1 bonus. Takes a long look at it after a couple dribbles. This is going to be a lane violation, so it won't count. He missed the front end, but you've got to find a way to convert here. Srof was in the lane early. Second lane violation of the day, 1 for both teams. But Torson gets another chance to redeem himself here. And Connor promptly misses the front end again, but Will Geiger there for the rebound, and he missed, and the rebound pulled down by Spencer Stroh.
The Knights want to get back into this one, Derek. They're Will and Brent are going to have to start finishing.
Yeah, Norwell's not finishing at all by the rim. Again, one field goal in the first half. Brian Collins gets bailed out with a foul call on Geiger. That's not a good call. Will. I thought it was going to be on Will, so apparently it was on Landon. Not sure how he got that either. But Landon charged with the personal. It's his first. Collins to the line for 2. First one is good. Brian, on the season, shoots at 68%. This Whitko team shoots at 75% from the free throw line, so they do a real nice job of finishing. It's their first trip to the line in the game today, and he gets 1 of 2. So back comes Norwell with 2:24 to go in the first half. 21-12 to score. The Knights trail. Biggest lead for Whitko. Torsen in the corner. They look for the big guys every possession. Geiger catches top of the key, drives, and finally finishes in the lane. Somebody got something to go, and Will finally, with the first basket inside the three-point line for Norwell in the game. 21-14 the score, 1:57 left in the first half. They go cross court to Brett Zickafoos. The Wildcats looking inside for Strofe. He's being mismatched by Landon Geiger. The turn, the fade, no good. Rebound there is Shad Emminghaus for the Wildcats. They get another chance. Collins left open for 3, and he hits. Ryan Collins with his first 3 of the game. And it's 24-14. The lead is 10 for Whitko. Torsen crossover dribble. Federspiel feeds Nicholson underneath, and he made it. Brandon Nicholson has his first basket, but he's got 6, and it's 24-16. 2 consecutive possessions, the Knights have gone inside and had success. Zickafoos. With just over a minute left in the quarter. 8-point lead for Whitko, as you should be able to see on your computer screen. Glad you could join us this morning for Holiday Hoops Tournament Game Number 3 action. It's been another quick half, about a half hour. They're going to set up one play. They're going to hold for 1, I think, with 48 seconds. Well, maybe not. Brian Collins into the lane. They turn it over. 8th turnover of the half for Whitko. And now we'll see what Norwell wants to do. You just don't want to get down more than 8. That's just the key here. Geiger tried to draw the foul, got his own rebound, forces it up again. This time a foul is called on Spencer Strofe, and that's his 3rd. Well, that's a big foul. As Norwell just continues to go to the line, that's the only way they've stayed in this game. As Geiger will get 2 more with 30 seconds left in the half. Number of subs set to check in, and Geiger was well short on that attempt. Checking in is Cade Bechtold for Whitko. In for Norwell. Looks like Leidig, Henshin, and Todd. Torsen, Geiger, and Nicholson to the bench for the last 30 seconds. The Knights have a foul to give if it gets down to that situation. And Will gets 1 of 2. Makes it a 7-point hole. 8 points for Will. And now Whitko likely looking for 1 shot. The Knights still in a man, but now they bring a trap. Now out top by Zickafoos. Geiger couldn't come up with the loose ball. They're still trying to poke it away, and that's not a bad foul with 18 seconds left. Almost had the turnover. Federspiel's going to pick up his 2nd. And with 18 seconds left in the half, Whitko needs 1 more foul to get into the bonus. Collins on the dribble, 10 seconds. Wild shot, not a good look by Collins. Now the Knights have a chance with 6 seconds left. Todd, front court, Levi Leidig, 3 seconds. They feed Geiger. The turnaround is good at the buzzer, and the Knights cut it to 5. A huge basket right before the halftime buzzer, and that'll do it for 1. After 2 quarters, it's Whitko 24, Norwell 19. We'll take a break, tally the halftime statistics, and be back. This is Norwell basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream, and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless,
that's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
Knows that the three-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm and me, Kevin Beatty, and my team are here to help you go for three by combining your home, auto, and life insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home, auto, and life. It's just another way we're here to help things go right. So call me, State Farm Agent Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928 or in Bern at 589-2077.
And they bring the ball down across the timeline. Wingman is open. He dribbles around, finds an open man in the corner, jumps, shoots, scores. Hi, Tim Steffen Financial Group. Wish your retirement was as easy as jump, shoot, score? Come to see us at our office at 110 West Cherry Street or call us, please, at 824-8175. Let us work for you to reach your financial goals. Jump, shoot, score. Let us help you with that. Steffen Financial Group, 824-8175, 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana. Securities offered through Thurston Springer Financial, member FINRA and SIPC. Some insurance products also offered through Thurston Springer. Tim Steffen is a registered associate of Thurston Springer and is doing business as Steffen Financial Group. Steffen Financial Group is independent of Thurston Springer.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has adult youth double leagues with one adult and one youth per team, or two youth may make a team starting soon. The leagues are 10 weeks long and everyone plays every frame. With 22 lanes, there is plenty of excitement to go around. So stop by to practice or come relax with friends. And don't forget about Friday Fun. From 12 noon to 6 p.m., only $1 per game and 50-cent shoe rental in a smoke-free environment. The Bowling Center is located at 1231 South Main Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe free should mean free. Not kind of free. Completely free. That's exactly what our free and easy checking account is. Free of fees, free of hassles, free of catches. You also get a free Visa check card, free online banking, free mobile banking, free telephone banking, free text and email alerts, and free e-statements. You get all this when you sign up for free and easy checking from First Bank of Bern. It's that simple. First Bank of Bern. Member FDIC.
Peyton's Northern, a Kroger company, is now hiring. At Peyton's, you'll get a job with career advancement opportunities, employee discounts, and educational assistance. A successful applicant will need to be 18 years of age, have the ability to work weekends, holidays, and overtime, can operate motorized equipment, complete strength and endurance testing, pass a pre-employment and background screens, work 10-hour shifts, and lift 55 pounds. At Peyton's, we offer matching 401k retirement savings, paid incentive days, personal and vacation days. To apply for this opportunity online at jobs.kroger.com. Click on Logistics and Distribution Jobs and search for Bluffton. For questions, call Peyton Staffing Center at 260-827-2108 or 2109. That's jobs.kroger.com.
Yeah, welcome back to Holiday Hoops Tournament game number 3, and it's a Whitko 24-19 lead over Norwell here at halftime. We'll dive into some halftime statistics. We'll start with Norwell, who is the visitors today officially. Will Geiger has 10 for the Knights. Brandon Nicholson has 6. Drew Federspiel has 3, and that is all scoring. No guards have scored, with the exception of Federspiel's 3. And the Knights made just 4 buckets in that first half, and 3 of those came right at the end. 1 came at the buzzer. The other 2 came with under 2 minutes to go. 4 for 18 in the first half, 22% from the field. and just 1 of 4 from the three-point line for 25%, but 10 of 13 from the line for 77%. So that's a good number. If they can continue that pace from the line, they'll be just fine in the second half, assuming that they get that many chances again. For Whitko, it was, they turned it over 9 times as well. For Whitko, it was 9 of 23 from the field for 39%, but 5 of 9 from the three-point line for 56%, also 1 of 2 from the line for 50%. They're led by Spencer Srofe, who has 7, Brian Collins 6, River West 5, Shad Emminghaus 3, Brett Zickafus 3, but the big story of that first half, River West and Spencer Srofe both have 3 fouls. And if the Knights can take advantage of that, they'll have a very good chance going forward here in the second half, Jacob.
Norwell just needs to keep pounding it down low.
Yeah.
Brandon and Will just need to keep pounding it into River West, and the people that are in foul trouble, they just need to keep pounding it, and hopefully they can pick up that fourth really early in the second half and get them on the bench early.
Yeah, I think neither team did a very good job taking care of the ball, but Norwell, pretty much all 8 of Whitko's turnovers have been forced. I can only think of 1 or 2 that weren't. The difference being Whitko's defense has not been that good. Norwell, they're playing the foul game. Every time they get it in, every time Norwell gets it inside, they're fouling. And Norwell just going to the line, and right now knocking down a good percentage of them. But the 9 turnovers, which came a lot in that first half, are killing Norwell. They just didn't even get opportunities at the rim. So we've got about 3.5 minutes until the second half begins. We'll hear from some more sponsors and be back with the rest of the halftime show, followed by third and fourth quarter action. Back in a minute. This is Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton.
At First Bank of Bern, we follow a set of ideals and values that define who we are. Honesty, integrity, respect, and compassion. They guide us every day in our work and in our lives because we believe banking should be easy and everyone should be treated with respect regardless of their account size. It's why people have trusted us with their banking for generations. It makes us who we are. First Bank of Bern. We believe in the value of people. Member FDIC.
Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop is so much more than a hardware store. They have a newly expanded housewares department. They carry Melissa and Doug toys, Yankee candles, and Willow Tree collectibles. Think of Reed's Gift Shop year-round for baby gifts, birthday, anniversary, showers, and for those everyday items you need to pick up. Men, you can get your hardware supplies and a gift for the woman in your life all in one stop. Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop, open 7 days a week on Highway 1 North in Bluffton. We appreciate your business.
Do you know a 7th grader looking for a fun place to spend time with friends? Are you looking for an environment where your teen is surrounded by positive role models? These days, your middle school student is probably very interactive, but is he or she active? 7th grade is a time when sports become more competitive and provide less opportunity for the average child to be involved in physical activity. The YMCA wants to emphasize the value of a healthy lifestyle by offering a free Y membership to every 7th grader in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. It's the wise way of giving back to this community. Students thrive in a safe environment where they can grow in spirit, mind, and body. Get to your local Y and sign your 7th grader up for a free Y membership. It's that simple. Offer good for every 7th grader residing in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. For more information, stop by your local Y or visit fwymca.org or email hereforyou@fwymca.org.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality First Home Improvements.
Welcome back to Holiday Hoops Tournament, game number 3, Bob Strait Court inside North Arena in Huntington, Indiana. Derek Decker, Jacob Collins on the call with you this morning. The Wildcats have a 5-point lead, but it's as small as it's been in quite some time. They led by 8 or 9 for the majority of that first half. Will Geiger with a little turnaround from about 6 feet right at the halftime buzzer, pulled Norwell within 5, and they will start with the basketball as well here to start the third quarter. Once again, not a very big crowd here today. Just a couple of rows for both Norwell and Whitko. Norwell will be going away from us here in the northwest corner of North Arena. Starters back on the floor for the Knights. Over the top to Geiger. Nice catch, and the finish right through some contact as well. Will Geiger starting to heat up. He's got 12, and it's down to a 3-point lead for Whitko. The Knights come out with a real nice possession to start the second half. Whitko having an awful time stopping Geiger. If Will had finished at a better clip, and that goes for Brandon as well, the Knights would be up by a pretty good margin at this point. They go to Spencer Srofe, and they outlet again now to Zickafoos. That's Brett who has it again. Srofe catches again, and the turnaround is good. Srofe has a nice turnaround, and we saw it a lot yesterday in their contest there, and it's now 9 points for him. Over the top again to Geiger, and they finish assist Federspiel. Drew Federspiel with the assist. Will Geiger now 14 points on the contest, and again the lead is 3 for Whitko. Collins drives and kicks to Bechtold in the corner, who hasn't been much of a factor so far. He doesn't score hardly at all for this Whitko team, just 4 points on the entire season. River West back in the game now. We'll see how long he stays, but now he drives and scores. That's why he's good. That's why he averages 20 points a game. It's his 7th of the contest. Neither team has missed. Both teams 2 for 2 to start the second half. Much different story from the first half. There's Leidig. Bounce underneath Geiger. Geiger, reverse layup, and he scores again. And a timeout called by Coach McBride. Will has all 6 of Norwell's points here in the second half. This timeout is a 30, so we will keep it here, and we will let you know that when you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're a part of something greater. Take the first step towards a healthier you and join the Y, the Kaler Nickel Foundation YMCA at 550 West Dustman Road in Bluffton. Also known for quality academic options and dedicated professors at the University of St. Francis, you'll discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. See for yourself what USF has to offer. Visit them online at sf.edu. Well, the scoring pace has certainly been on the uptick here in the second half. 6:04 left in the third quarter, not even 2 minutes in. And Norwell has 6, Whitko 4. Both teams are perfect from the field to start the second half, and they've all been right at the rim. Whitko has the ball coming out of the Norwell timeout. But, again, Whitko has not had an answer for Geiger, and he's starting to finish. If Norwell can do that, they'll keep going back. They've got to find a way to string together a couple of stops. Now they're trapping on defense, and they've got him trapped near the timeline. Boy, Zickafoos has looked all out of sorts from yesterday. Srofe comes up with the loose ball after the near turnover. They are having real difficulty. Norwell has, and that's I thought it was going to be a travel, and it's going to be a push on Brandon Nicholson. It's going to be his first, though, so no problems there. The Knights have no foul trouble. Federspiel, the only one with 2. Everybody else with 1. Geiger almost got the steal with his back to the basketball that time as it was keyed into River West. They've got Torson on West. He missed the shot, and the rebound pulled out by Will Geiger for Norwell. Torson across the timeline, 5:20 left in the third, a 3-point lead for Whitko. Leidig comes out from below the rim to catch the pass on the perimeter. Geiger looked for the cutter, instead kicks to Nicholson. Brandon thought about the 3, got Srofe off his feet, drove in the lane, throws it up, but an offensive foul is called. So Nicholson picks up his second. It's the 10th Norwell turnover. First turnover for either team here in the second half. At least we've got a tight one. We had a number of blowouts in yesterday's games. This game just 3 points. Nicholson batted away, almost picked up his third foul, and Zikafus thought he was on the line. He wasn't, apparently. Underneath, Blaine turns it over. It's a Whitko turnover, their 9th of the game, first of the second half. Torsen, Federspiel for the tie. He got it, and we're tied at 28. The first time the Knights have been tied, and Federspiel has his second triple of the game. They walk it front court and nearly create another turnover. The Knights defense has been very active in this third quarter. And Collins, Schroff catches, and now Zikafus puts it on the floor. Schroff catches at the free throw line, out to River West for a three, and he hits it. Huge three for River West. Whitko retakes the lead. He's got double digits with 10, and Whitko will take a full timeout. We've got timeout on the floor. 4:09 left in the third quarter. Whitko leads by 3. Back in a minute. This is Norwell basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com.
It's estimated that 1 in 4 children has a vision-related condition that can affect learning. Your child's vision can make a big difference in academic performance. Annual exams are recommended to rule out vision problems that may interfere with your child's vision, development, and academic performance. Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care can detect any vision problems your child may have, which can then be promptly treated. Our optometrists provide the expert care, advice, and the follow-up you need to look and feel your best by combining experience and expertise with the latest technology.
To look and feel your best, visit Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424. That's 824-3424. Or online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo!
Welcome back to Bob's Straight Court inside North Arena in Huntington. It's a 31-28 Whitko lead after the River West 3. Norwell had tied it for a moment. Drew Federspiel hit a 3, and then Coach Eli Henson of Whitko took a timeout, his third of the game. We observed this yesterday. He has an interesting strategy of utilizing his timeouts. Took 3 timeouts in the second quarter yesterday. Doesn't save himself a lot at the end. Coach Mike McBride has 4, and he has a completely different outlook on that. They dump it down low to Nicholson, and he scores. Assist Will Geiger. The offense has been very efficient here in this second half. 8 points for Brandon. Geiger picks up another assist. The Knights have drawn back within 1. Zikafus feeds Schroff. He pulls up, and it's no good. Off the back iron. Caromed off to Will Geiger for the rebound. Schroff has not shot at a good percentage from the field today. Geiger has an open lane. He drives. He missed the shot. Contested at the rim by Schroff. But he got his own rebound and the putback score, and Norwell has their first lead. Will Geiger with 18 now, and it's 32-31 Norwell. 3:15 left in the third quarter. They have battled from behind the entire game and now have the lead. And Drew Federspiel is going to be called from a foul away, or called for a foul away from the basket. Kind of riding Brett Zikafus up the lane. Landon Geiger set to check in at the next dead ball, probably for Federspiel. West on the dribble, tries to penetrate, kicks to Schroff for a 3 try from the wing. It barely hit the rim. Kind of an awkward rebound, but it was last touched by Whitko, and it'll go back to Norwell. So here is Landon for Drew. Norwell can build on their 1-point lead here. Whitko has fouled a lot less, and I think that's part of the reason why Norwell's getting baskets so easy. They're in foul trouble, and Coach Henson probably told him to lay off of that a little bit or you're going to foul out, and now Norwell's taken big-time advantage of it. They've scored on nearly every possession of this half. Will Geiger blocked from behind. I believe it was tipped. It was saved in to River West, and now Whitko has the basketball back. In the corner, a 3 from Brian Collins, and he hits. Whitko has shot it well from distance today. Brian Collins with 9, his second 3. And it's 34-32. Here's Torsen on the baseline. Kicks to Landon Geiger. He clears it off to Will. Will lost the ball, got it back, and couldn't get the roll from the short corner. Got his own rebound again, created by Nicholson. Torsen for three. This one's no good. Rebounded by Will again. He missed again, and Landon Geiger saves it in to Brandon Nicholson. He had it stripped, and a foul is called. And a two-shot foul at that. He'll go back to the line for the Knights. So they missed 3 times on the possession. Chad Emminghouse picks up the foul. It's his first. Brandon shooting 2. 4 for 4 from the line so far, and this one is good as well. 1:54 left in this third quarter. 34-33, Whitko lead. Into the game for Whitko is Devin Blaine. Out is Shad Emminghouse. And Brandon continues the hot shooting from the free throw line. Now 6 of 6. He's got 10, and they create a turnover in the backcourt. Will kicks it out. Brandon for a 3. This one's no good. Will has the rebound. Levi missed the shot, and they get another turnover. Brandon gets it again in the backcourt. Wow. Wow, Norwell creating turnovers right and left now, 2 in a row. Both teams have done a much better job taking care of the ball in the second half. Leidig. Torsen in the corner. Brandon had it knocked away as Strofe went over the top of him to knock it out of bounds. Torsen will inbound. Geiger over the top, not a good pass, and he lost his footing anyway, and it's the second turnover of the half for Norwell. 90 seconds to play in the third. Spencer Strofe, Zickafoos for 3. This one's short. Rebound fought for and taken out of there by River West, and he scores on the putback. River West has 12, and it's been a quiet 12, but they have been big. A third of Whitko's points. They've got the lead again. Geiger. Landon, that is. Now it's Connor. Will Geiger catches. He pulls it from 17 and hits to tie the game again. Will Geiger with 20. He's starting to hit from everywhere. And we're knotted up again. River West catches in the corner, drives baseline, throws up a wild shot, can't get the roll, and the rebound taken out of there by Will Geiger, and a foul going the other way. Geiger's starting to pile up the rebounds now. Got to be close to a double-double if he doesn't have one already. We can't keep track of rebounds with the situation here today. Devin Blaine picks up his first. It's just the second on the team here in the second half. Not a lot of fouls called, just 5 fouls in this third quarter, so neither team close to the bonus yet. Connor Torsen will bring it up after the man backcourt pressure by Brett Zickafoos for Whitko. Will Geiger catches left wing, puts it on the floor. Nice dump pass to Nicholson, and he scores, assist Geiger. Norwell has retaken the lead as we ride the seesaw here in the third. Brandon has 12. Nice pass and good find by Geiger, and River West answers with a 3. The Knights just can't get up with a big stop when they need it. River West just powering them, 15 for him, 7 seconds left in the quarter. Landon Geiger, now Levi, they nearly turn it over. 2 seconds, got to get a shot. Will for 3 at the buzzer, not a good look. The putback will be no good as well. It wouldn't have counted anyway, and we are through 3. Norwell played much better in that third, but Whitko still has the lead. They lead it by 1. Fourth quarter action coming up after these words. It's Norwell basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us. Each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
And welcome back to Bob's Straight Court inside North Arena in Huntington. Holiday Hoops Tournament game number 3. Norwell trailing Whitko 39-38 as we go to the fourth quarter. The Wildcats will start with the basketball. A late River West 3 gave Whitko the lead back after Norwell had taken the lead. Whitko has led for the majority of this game, but Norwell played much, much better in that third quarter and are now right in the game. This one could go right down to the wire because both of these teams, I think, are pretty evenly matched. And they've both been very efficient in this second half. Leidig might be getting away with a bump on Zikafus. Knights are playing pretty physically on defense now, but not a lot of fouls called here in this second half. River West being guarded by Torsen, now Leidig. And Schroff puts it on the floor, pulls up from 16, and missed the shot, no good. Rebound to Brandon Nicholson. Schroff not afraid to shoot it, but just a 45% shooter. A lot of those coming right at the rim. Norwell can take the lead with the basket. They go over the top to Geiger. Will catches, holds, and scores. He let the defense fly right over the top of him. Norwell retakes the lead. And Coach Henson of Whitko is going to take a full timeout. We've got timeout on the floor. Norwell 40, Whitko 39. Back in a minute. This is Norwell Knights basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
And welcome back to Holiday Hoops Tournament in Huntington, game number 3. Norwell now has the lead, 40-39, with 7:16 to play in the fourth quarter. Whitko used their fourth timeout right there, so they're down to 1 for the game. That's pretty important. Whitko has only fouled twice, though, in the second half, and after that was a big story in the first half. West and Schroff both had 3 coming in, and they've done a nice job taking care of that, but it opens things up for Norwell inside. This is Brian Collins with it for the Wildcats, looking for the cutter in Schroff, but it wasn't there. Zikafus on the right wing gets it to Schroff again. In the lane, River West with the touch. That's pretty good defense. Torsen had a hand in his face, but West shoots over him. He's got 17, near to his average of 20. Torsen now crosses the timeline. Connor on the bounce between the circles. They've gone to the right side several times in a row now. Nicholson in the corner. Federspiel for 3. Oh, he rimmed it no good. Pretty good look, though. I like that shot. And Spencer Schroff clears the board for Whitko. Federspiel, his first miss of the game. It's now 2 for 3 from distance. West for 3 again, and he hits. Rise and fire. I mean, what do you do about that? I mean, it's just, that's not bad defense, but now a 4-point lead for Whitko. The Knights have just not been able to extend that lead at all when they've had it, and they haven't had it very long. Got to keep going back inside. That's where they've had the success in this second half. Federspiel. Now Leidig. It's not there. They've really packed it in. Nicholson forced one from the elbow. It's no good, and the rebound pulled out of there by Whitko again. Wildcats with some momentum. 5 points in a row. West for 3 again. This one's no good. Rebound is to River West. Somehow it caromed out to him. Norwell couldn't control it. He's got the ball again. They nearly took another 3. Brian Collins, the shot fake, pulls for 3, and he hits again. And River and Whitko is going to force Norwell to take a timeout as they're just heating up from distance. Norwell can't get a stop. Brian Collins has 12, and Coach McBride's going to use a 30-second timeout. We'll let you know. that Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric has Carrier and other name brand furnaces to warm your home like you deserve. With 24-hour emergency service, Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric can help, and they now offer duct cleaning. Also, more than just a hardware store, Reed's Do It Best Hardware has a gift shop, paint department, rental department, and yes, hardware. They're open 7 days a week to best serve you, located on Highway 1 north in Bluffton. 5:25 to go. It's a 47-40 Whitko lead. They have scored the game's last 8 points after Norwell had briefly taken a 40-39 lead. And Coach McBride forced to use a timeout there. Whitko starting to heat up from deep. River West hit a couple in a row. The run was capped off by Brian Collins, who has 3 of them. 3 for 4 from the three-point line here today. And the Knights are in desperate need of a basket followed by a stop, really, because that's where the problems have come. They haven't gotten a good look inside in a while now. Nicholson. They're still being patient. Federspiel's going to pull another 3, and this one's good. Drew Federspiel with his 3rd triple of the game. He has 9. The regular JV player getting some baskets here today, and they've been huge. And that's a forced shot by Devin Blaine, and Norwell gets the rebound. And now, all of a sudden, they've got the momentum. Turned it right in their favor after the timeout. Nicholson to spin. He is blocked by Spencer Srofe inside. We go back the other way, and Brian Collins will pull it out to Zikafus. And Srofe catches again. The tempo is starting to speed up a little bit again with 4:40 to go. That's Brian Collins, who, again, 75% from distance today. Just 17% on the season, so couldn't have expected him to shoot it well. That's going to be a foul called on Brandon Nicholson. He's voicing his displeasure to the official. It's number 3 on him. 4th team foul. So both teams well away from the bonus. Whitko has fouled just twice in the half. Inbounds goes over the top to Srofe. Inside they go to West. He turns and drew the... Boy, he's wanting a foul. He missed the shot. They really wanted a foul that time. Geiger goes the other way for Norwell. And Connor Torson catches left wing. Baseline they go to Brandon Nicholson, and now they'll set up a half-court play. Nicholson top of the key. Bounce to Geiger high post. And tried to create some space. Couldn't get it to go. Last touch by Whitko. It'll stay with Norwell. Torson and Srofe battled for the rebound. I think that was a little bit of a forced shot by Geiger. He does have 22, but he's missed a number of shots from the field. We'll let you know at the end after we tally him up. Geiger inside, blocked away, and a late foul call on Spencer Srofe, and that's number 4. Coach Henson. I don't know if that was Coach Henson or a fan, but somebody said you can't see that from there. Yeah, that's a fan. Whitko has not been pleased with the officials today. Geiger shooting 2. He's missed twice today. Makes him 6 for 8. This one is good, though. Geiger draws Norwell back within a possession at 3. He's got a chance to cut the lead to 2. The Knights came up with a big stop last time, forced a bad shot from Devin Blaine. And Geiger's second one is good as well. So he makes it a 2-point game. 24 for the sophomore. 3:53 to go, and it's 47-45 Whitko, and a light foul is called. If that's on Federspiel, it's number 4. Instead, it's on Levi Leidig, and that's his first. It's the 5th on the team here in the second half.
If you're Norwell, you really need to stop right here. If you're Coach McBride, you really want to stop right here, and you want to get some momentum on your side.
Yeah, you do, and Norwell's forced a lot of difficult shots by Whitko today, but River West has really been the catalyst. Just 20 points, and he's created some offense all on his own on some possessions. Also, I think Brian Collins has played a big part. River West chucks a 3 from 30 feet, but Spencer Srofe missed the putback, the rebound. Ball's on the floor and loose, and they're going to give Whitko a timeout. I don't know how you get a timeout when the ball's on the floor, but that's the last timeout used by Whitko, and this one is a 30. We'll keep it here and let you know that to help you on your journey to health and wellness, Dr. Josh Bell at Corrective Chiropractic offers individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages. He's also a provider of doctor-supervised rapid weight loss system. To learn more, call 353-1400 and experience superior service and selection at Troxel Equipment, your solutions dealer, with locations in Bluffton, Huntington, and Wabash. Find them online at troxelequipment.com. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to play. Fourth quarter, Whitko leads Norwell 47-45. The Wildcats are now out of timeouts as they use that to keep possession there. So if they need one down the stretch, they don't have it. Coach Mike McBride at Norwell has 3 of them in the satchel. And it'll be Whitko ball. Brian Collins will inbound here. He has 12 today, more than double of his average. Deep inbounds comes to Devin Blaine right at the timeline. Dangerous place to catch it. They're probably going to set up a pretty slow possession here and look for a real good shot. They've got to be selective. Possession's now at a premium with a 2-point game and just over 3 to play. Brian Collins goes to Zickafoose on the left wing, and they slide it now to River West. He drove right by Brandon Nicholson, and they create the turnover. Ball's on the floor, picked up by Torsen, but he threw it out of bounds. I thought that might have been tipped and last touched by Blaine, but apparently not. And they almost got the turnover, but Torsen just couldn't corral it. And so Whitko continues to get chances. 3 minutes to play. Will Geiger's going to get called for a foul, a hold. It's number 2 on Will. 2:59 to go, and this possession continues to lengthen for Whitko. They've had the ball for almost a minute now. Over the top and almost a steal. Spencer Schroff got it. It leaves Collins open in the corner, and he buries the 3. That's terrible. That's just a bad break for Norwell. Brian Collins, I don't know how this kid's hitting. He's got 4 threes. He's shooting 17% from 3 on the season. 50-45, 2:40 to play. Not a good shot from Geiger, but he gets the bounce high off the back iron from 15 feet. He's got 26, and it's back to a 3-point lead. He fell down, and it leaves Torsen open, and he scores, and it's 50-49. Torsen has cut the lead. He's got his first basket of the day. They get another turnover. Geiger scores, and the Knights have the lead. Unbelievable. 6 points in a row. Will Geiger has 28 now, and somehow Norwell has regained the lead with 2:05 to go. They're probably going to give it to River West, and the game's probably going to be in his hands. River being guarded by Will Geiger, trying to penetrate. Gets on the baseline, throws to Collins in the corner for a 3, and he hits again. Brian Collins is red hot. Timeout, Norwell. Collins has 18 points. He's got 5 threes. That's more than he has combined all season long. He had 3 threes on the year coming in. Coach McBride uses a full timeout. We'll take it with him and be back. This is Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream, and you can chase any dream, and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
Welcome back to Bob Strait Court inside North Arena in Huntington, Indiana. Holiday Hoops Tournament game number 3. Whitko leads Norwell 53-51, 1:48 on the clock. And Jacob, we thought maybe this game wouldn't get out of the 40s, considering the two teams average just 49 points a game, maybe some fatigue problems. But Whitko has been deadly from the 3-point line, all led by Brian Collins and River West. Again, Collins shot just 17% on the year coming in on the season from 3, and he's 5 of 6 today. He just can't miss, and now he's starting to spot up in the corner. Norwell got the lead back after 6 points in a row. created by a bucket, and then 2 turnovers in the backcourt created 3 layups, and now they trail again by 2 with 1:42 to go. Connor Torsen has it for the Knights. Now Will Geiger. They go in the corner. Federspiel for the lead, and this one's no good. Rebound batted out to Zickafoos. I don't know if that was the shot Norwell was looking for. Federspiel looked to do it, though. Into Collins, and they turn it over. The second half turnover for Whitko with 1:20 to go. Cross the timeline. Leidig nearly lost it. Had it poked away again, and Norwell really wants a foul. They can't believe there's no foul call, and now it's tied up, and it'll stay with Norwell. Coach McBride screaming for a foul that time as he felt Leidig got his arm grabbed with 1:13 to go. Knights have it on the sideline. It'll be Torsen to inbound. Looking for help. Finally gets it into Will. Will goes underneath to Brandon. Catches, scores, and the foul! And one situation, and Brandon can give Norwell the lead again. Brandon Nicholson with 14. That play has worked all afternoon. Srofe just about a half inch too short to contend with that. Nicholson just about an inch taller, and that has been the difference. Nicholson has not missed from the line today with 1:09 to go, and Brandon's free throw is good. Norwell has the lead again. 15 points for Nicholson, 54-53 with 1:05 to play. Front court, it goes to Brian Collins. He has the hot hand for Whitko here all game long, especially in the second half. 4 of his 5 threes have been in the second half. River West on the dribble between the legs with 51 seconds, being guarded by Brandon Nicholson. They don't have a timeout, and an offensive foul is called on Spencer Srofe, and that'll foul him out of the game. Spencer Srofe just lowered his shoulder. Levi Leidig, the much smaller 5'8 junior, draws the offensive foul. It's the 7th second-half turnover for Whitko, 15th on the game. What a huge foul, and now Norwell's got to find a way to make free throws and take care of the ball. They get it into Brandon, who has been very good from the line. Norwell still not in the bonus. Whitko has a foul to give with 40 seconds to go. Torsen gets it to Leidig, not a good free throw shooter, and he's fouled, but nobody's shooting free throws yet. Take that back. Leidig is a good free throw shooter. That's what I meant to say. 73%. And he's actually Norwell's best free throw shooter. Will Geiger will inbound on the sideline. 36.5 seconds to go. They go in the backcourt to Torsen. And finally they get it to Will. Will is a good free throw shooter as well, especially as of late. And Brian Collins commits the personal with 30.9 seconds to go. 1-and-1 coming for Will Geiger. He has 28 points on the day. 8 for 10 from the line so far. 80% on the day. Didn't miss one yesterday. 6 for 6 or 8 for 8. Can't recall exactly which number it was. And the front end is good. Will, that's a big one. This one's even bigger because essentially what you want to do is put yourself in a position that overtime is worst-case scenario. River West and Brian Collins probably the guys they're looking for unless they go for a quick 2. And Geiger gets them both. 56-53. He's got 30 points. Brian Collins with 28 seconds between the legs. They're going to go, and he dribbled it off his leg. That's a turnover, and Norwell gets the ball back. Huge turnover. Whitko again out of timeouts, and this is where it kills you. Right there, you probably want to call a timeout to set up a play, and they don't have one. 24 seconds left. Torsen inbounds to Geiger. Will is fouled by River West, and that's his 4th. And Will goes to the line for 1-and-1 again. He can make it a 2-possession game. The front end is the most important here. Checking into the game is going to be Micah Kokel, I think for the first time today. And out comes Devin Blaine. Might be in there to shoot it, not sure. Will Geiger, 10 for 12 from the line, 30 points to his credit. And he got the front end, crept over the front of the rim. My score sheet only goes to 30 points, and now he's past that. He's got 31. One more coming, trying to ice it from the free throw line. 22.8 seconds to go. And Geiger is good again. 58-53, a 5-point lead for the Knights. They had trailed most of the game, and they get a turnover in the backcourt. And Levi's fouled now with 18 seconds to go. If Levi is able to make both of these, it'll be a 3-possession game, and it'll be very difficult for Whitko. The Wildcats have not done a good job taking care of it in the backcourt, and that is what has cost them. Levi has not scored today, but a 73% shooter on the year. The Knights put nobody on the line, and he got the front end and earns the bonus. This one, the big one, as it would just about put it away without any timeouts. They can't stop the clock even on a made basket. Levi, good on both, 60-53. Here comes Whitko. Quickly now, Brian Collins for a 3. And this one's no good. Rebound to Will Geiger. And they're not fouling. They're going to lay off. Norwell's going to be able to run the clock out. All they have to do is get it across the timeline. Connor Torson catches front court, and the Knights are going to win it. They steal a victory from Whitko in a game where they trailed for the vast majority of the game. And they win it 60-53. We'll take a break and talk about it when we come back. This is Norwell basketball. The Knights win today.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton. At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best. Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop by the office on Pony Express Run, next door to the Leo Post Office, and talk to any of the friendly agents that would be happy to help you. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of high school athletics.
Are you looking for a job or know of someone who is? Peyton's Northern, a Kroger company, is now hiring. At Peyton's, you'll get a job with career advancement opportunities, employee discounts, tuition reimbursement, and educational assistance. A successful applicant will need to be 18 years of age, have the ability to work weekends, holidays, and overtime, can operate motorized equipment, complete strength and endurance testing, pass a pre-employment and background screens, work 10-hour shifts, and lift 55 pounds. At Peyton's, we offer matching 401k retirement savings, paid incentive days, personal and vacation days, and you'll receive Kroger benefits after 60 days. All qualified applicants are encouraged to apply for this opportunity online at jobs.kroger.com. Click on Logistics and Distribution Jobs and search for Bluffton. For questions, call Peyton Staffing Center at 260-827-2108 or 2109. That's jobs.kroger.com. 260-827-2108. Peyton's Northern, now hiring.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic in Bluffton. My goal with chiropractic treatment is to make you feel and function better by providing neurostructural corrections to help put your spine back into alignment, to strengthen your nerve system, and to relieve nerve pain. We strive to help you heal and stay healthy for years to come. Our full-service chiropractic team in Bluffton provides corrective exercises, lifestyle advice, along with spinal and postural screenings. We're also providers of custom rapid weight loss programs. Lose weight fast now, 20, 30, 40 pounds, with a doctor-supervised weight loss system. To learn more or schedule an appointment, call Corrective Chiropractic today at 260-353-1400. Serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe in supporting growing businesses. And in our community, that means a lot. We believe it's important to have a local perspective. Our agribusiness professionals are from here, so they understand what it takes for agribusinesses to succeed, like having the right banking solutions to keep agribusiness thriving. From traditional accounts to cash management and equipment loans to crop insurance, we believe we can help your business grow. First Bank of Bern, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Bob's Straight Court inside North Arena in Huntington. Holiday Hoops game, tournament game number 3. Wrapping things up, Norwell gets one 60-53 over Whitko in a game where they trailed for the majority of the game, but were able to control it at the end and hit some free throws. We're joined now by Norwell head coach Mike McBride. A terrific win for your guys, really hard fought. And a game where your guys, as a team, you shot 58% on the season coming in, and you shoot 22 of 25 to seal the deal today.
Yeah, that helps out when you make free throws, there's no doubt. I thought they came out with more energy than our guys. I think that's always the question, who's going to come out with energy at 10 a.m., and I did not think we came out with very good energy. We had a lot of turnovers early. They came out, kind of took control. And then we made a nice little run to end the half. I think we were down about 10 at one time, and we cut it down to 5 going into the halftime.
Right.
And then I thought we did a great job in the third quarter. I think we were down 1 at the end of the third. And then the fourth quarter, we come out, excuse me, we're sitting pretty good, and then they just hit a little run. And next thing you know, it's 47-40. And then one thing I thought really helped us was he was out of timeouts.
I know, and that's what, and we talked about it. Jacob and I sat there and watched yesterday's game against Huntington and watched him call 3 timeouts in the second quarter, and then Burnham, he just continually burned them, and then he burned his last one with just under 4 minutes to go to save the possession down here, and then he's out. And even if, you're only down 2 or whatever, you can't stop the clock on a timeout, anything on a made basket, so you really put yourself in a difficult position. And we talked about the conflicting philosophies on the timeouts between you and Eli Henson, but it really cost him, I think, down the stretch.
Well, because what happened was it's 47-40, and then we scored, and then we got into our press, and then we got a turnover and scored, and then a turnover and scored, and he couldn't stop it.
Right.
And so now all of a sudden there's a little mini barrage by us that you look up, and now we're up 1. I mean, it was like bang. I mean, it was like we scored like 8 points in a row or something, and we scored and then boom, 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 and so I thought that impacted him. I also thought it impacted their ability down the stretch. We did a great job running our side out late. Yeah. We were down 2, and we ran the side out, and Will made a great pass. We had the backside cleared out, and then Brandon got the and 1, made the free throws. But making free throws was huge. I thought Drew Fetterspiel was really big for us today. He hit 2 big threes in the second half. Definitely hit one off of, I think we were down 47-40, and we drew up diagonal. We drew up a play, and Will was option 1 and 3. Drew was option 2 in the mix, and he hits that 3 at the top of the key, and then that spurred the turnover deal. And so I thought that was I thought he played really well. I mean, he shot the ball well for us. Gave us some outside shooting that we've struggled with a little bit this year, but. I thought our kids competed. Brandon and Will played hard and competed and did a lot of good things for us. But, we just constantly we're just trying to find that effort out of our guys right now. And, I thought we played with a little more passion in the second half than we did in the first. And if we can somehow muster that for 4 more quarters today and hopefully get out of here 2-2, I would feel pretty good about where we're at coming out of this.
Yeah, looking forward to that game. You're probably going to see Lighthouse, assuming Lighthouse is able to beat Belmont. They're going to be a big favorite in that game. Probably going to see Lighthouse here this afternoon. But here in this game, your guys get 12 of 12 from the line in the second half, 10 of 13 in the first half, 88%.
Yeah.
All 3 of the threes came from Fetterspiel. He was 3 of 5. It was just really a really good team win. And your guys, Will and Brandon down low, Whitko did not have an answer in the second half. In the first half, I think the mentality was foul, and they did, and then they got in foul trouble. Strofe and West both got in foul trouble. Those are two of their main scorers. Combined, they averaged 32 points a game of the team's 49, and both of those guys were out of the game. Then Strofe fouls out, and then they're really in trouble down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought that the second half we had a little better patience. We reversed the ball a few times and were able to get it in there. First half, it just seemed like we were trying to do some things, that we just didn't need to do. And even at the end there, we had the possession down 2, and we're coming down the floor, and we're trying to get it. Levi just got to pick that up and realize we got to get it into Connor's hands so we can run what we want. We were fortunate that the jump ball was in our favor at that time,
right? Which
I did know that. I mean, I had checked it previously, so it's always something we try to remind our guys, hey, we have a jump ball, so if you get in a jump, just take it. And then we were able to run the side-out play and execute. And good win. We're happy to get it. They're all tough, but it's nice to make those free throws. If we can continue to do that, that's a big part of our game. If we can continue to do that, we shot it pretty well on the line yesterday. We just didn't get enough attempts against quality points.
Yeah, the difference today, Norwell attempted 25 free throws and Whitko had 2. They got to the line.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, they rely on the 3 a lot. And I mean, I don't know how many threes they hit. 8?
They hit they hit 12. They hit 5 in the first half, and they were 7 of 12 in the second half. They shot 57% from distance. And Brian Collins was, if you take out the miss with 8 seconds left, he was 5 for 6 from the 3-point line. He had shot 17% on the season coming in. He had made 3 threes combined on the season coming in. So.
Yeah, and we told him, and it's on the board that he's a driver. Players drive first, and then he just got rolling, and it just happens. But good effort by our guys. Good effort. We're going to be looking to bounce back. Ready. We're going to be looking to come back hungry. Hopefully, getting that last game this afternoon at 4:00.
All right, Coach. We will be there with you, and we certainly appreciate you coming up. And congratulations on the win.
All right. Thanks a lot. Take care, guys.
That was Norwell head coach Mike McBride, and we'll go ahead and roll through the final statistics right now for Norwell. Leading the way was Will Geiger. He had 32 for the Knights. Nicholson was following with 15. Both those guys fed off each other really well today. Chipping in with 9 was Fetterspiel. Those were a big 9 points. Had all 3 of Norwell's triples. Connor Torson with 2. Levi Leidig with 2. The Knights turned it over just twice in that second half after 9 in the first half for a game total of 11. And 17 of 43 from the field. After just 22% in the first half, they improved it to 40. 3 of 10 from the three-point line. And again, 22 of 25 from the line for 88%. 12 of 12 in the second half. Didn't miss a single time down the stretch. That was huge and powered him to the victory. For Whitko, individually, River West got his average of 20. Bryan College averages just 6 and tripled that with 18. He was, again, 5 for 7 from the three-point line, but the last one, his only miss of the second half came with 8 seconds to go on a wild 3 attempt. Spencer Srofe had 9. Shad Ebbinghaus had a 3. Brett Zickafoos had a 3. That was key, too, because Zickafoos was big yesterday in both of their games. He didn't shoot it well. He only took 3 shots. He was 1 for 3. And they turned it over 9 times in the second half after 8 in the first for a total of 17. A lot of those came in the backcourt, 2 in a row. Norwell takes the lead, completely switches momentum. From there, Norwell leads. From the field, Whitko was 20 of 46 for 43%, 12 of 21 from the three-point line for 57%, and 1 of 2 from the line. Just 1 trip to the line. That was in the first half. Brian Collins took it on a drive. And that's what Coach McBride was talking about. He's a driver. He's a guy that likes to drive, and that's what he did in the first half. Then he started figuring out he was hot and didn't miss in the second half. So that'll do it from Huntington for Game 3. We'll be back online with you about 4 o'clock, about 10 till. Norwell will take on the winner of Lighthouse CPA and Belmont right here at Bob Strait Court. Until then, on behalf of Jacob Collins, this is Derek Decker saying so long and God bless.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.